I'm live, apparently. I have seen a lot of people making videos about top 10 whiskeys to try before you die. But I'm going to better that by one and say top 11 whiskeys to try before you die. And this is a totally impromptu thing. It's just something that jumped in my head. I was about to go to sleep, but I can't sleep yet. So I'm still sipping on a little bit of Bowmore 15. And I thought, well, which top whiskeys would I have to try before I died? Of the ones that I've tried so far, and I've seen enough people put together lists at the invitation of Rob, Whiskey in the Six. I wasn't personally invited, but I think I'm going to do this anyway. And I'm going to put up 11. Vegas Art says, go Quig, and Hillbilly Select Review says, hello, Quig. Hi, gentlemen. Great to have you with us. We got 5 people watching. I'm going to go through this list really quickly because I have to have my afternoon nap before I go to work. This one I just opened up a couple days ago, and I did a review of it on YouTube, but that won't see the light of day for another month or so because I've got so many videos already produced that I haven't seen the light of day. They're all scheduled to go up. What I've got here to begin with, I just opened this for the first time 2 days ago. I was on live with Swami Malted in Montreal last night, and there's Whiskey Pilgrim saying, cheers, Quig. If you were on with me last night on Swami's channel, it will be no surprise that the Port Charlotte MC01 2009 is one of the top 11 whiskeys that I'd want to try before I died. And if nothing better comes along, this is going to be my whiskey of the year when it's New Year's. And Slum Shady's here saying cheers at Food Quig. Cheers, Slum Shady. Slum Chava. Good thing I got some water to stay hydrated here. 5 people watching, 1 thumb up after 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Way to go, guys. Next one. This one will come as no surprise. I bought Aberlour 10 and Gentleman Jack yesterday. Fabulous. I have not had Aberlour 10 in about 5 years, and I have not had Gentleman Jack in about 25 years. This one here, Lagavulin 15. No, 12. There is no Lagavulin 15. It just looks like a 15 when I show it up to the camera, and it turns everything's backwards. So it looks like 51, but it's really 12. This Lagavulin 12 is the 2017 edition, which I have only tried at the distillery. In fact, I brought this one back from the distillery personally. The box got really mangled, but the bottle is completely intact. I have not opened it yet, but I have had the 2015 edition, and it is fantastic. Oh, nice. Lagavulin, yes, very much so. This is good, excellent stuff. It has to be one of those whiskeys that you try before you die. Next one. Anyone who has watched me for a considerable length of time will be familiar with the fact that I love Laphroaig. The Laphroaig I choose as my whiskey to try before you die may surprise you a little bit because it's not the great big belt in the face Laphroaig 10 or the triple or the quarter cask. It's actually the Laphroaig 18. Now, I know there are rules to this whole thing where the whiskey has to be available and it has to be currently produced, and to hell with the rules, okay? This, I'm talking about taste and taste only. If this is not available and you can't get it, too bad. There are substitutes. The one I'm talking about is the Laphroaig 18. The peat smoke is there, but it's more subtle and more refined. There's a lot more complexity, a lot more things going on with the Laphroaig 18 than you would get with the 10 or the quarter cask. Barring that, if you can't find Laphroaig 18, Maybe you can find Laphroaig 15, which is almost the same thing. Just the peat's a little stronger. If you can't find 18 or 15, the lower or the triple wood, though not quite in the same league, well, the lower is up there too. It's just not the same. It has a stronger smoke to it, a stronger peat. And the three wood is one of my favorite Laphroaigs as well. But I was talking about the 18 because that's the one that made the biggest impression on me. Okay, Laphroaig is your favorite too. Fantastic. Whiskey Pilgrim, saving up to buy 25-year Bowmore. Have you tried it? No. Or maybe I have. I don't know. I may have had a sample sometime in the past. I'd have to check my videos to find out. And yeah, what am I doing? Okay. Laphroaig is your favorite too, says Slum Shady. Love to try the Laphroaig 30, but expensive. I've had that one. I had a sample, I think. I've got a Talisker 30 that I haven't touched yet, but I haven't touched it yet, so I don't know what it tastes like. So it won't enter into this list here. Laphroaig 10-year Cask Strength is awesome. Yes, it is. It sure is. But I prefer the subtlety and the finesse of the 18. It's just a thing with me. I mean, Cask Strength is nice and all, but I like it at drinking strength. If I can get a bottle at drinking strength, I know I'm going against the grain of most people here when I say that, but okay. I can find the Cask Strength and can't find it. No, you can't. I had to bring a bottle from Scotland, and I'd had a sample that was sent to me by Rabbit and Red. And in Ontario, anyways, I don't know about the rest of Canada either. I don't think Laphroaig 10 Cask Strength makes it here. So, well, then it would fall out of the bounds of available. But anyway, Greg's Whiskey Guide. Hi, Food Quig. For Laphroaig, I'd go with you the 18, then quarter cask. Okay, I would go either the lower or the triple wood before I go to the quarter cask after the 18. Whiskey Pilgrim. If you haven't tried the 18, you can't really. It's one of those things. Whiskey Pilgrim only had the batch 8. We don't get them here in Sweden, so bought mine at the distillery. Batch 8. Oh, okay. 10 Cask Strength. Exactly. Nice. Greg says, Whiskey Pilgrim, save your money. Buy an indie 15-year-old instead. Okay. Been wanting to try the Glenfarclas 105 Cask Strength. Haven't found it yet, though. Oh, Glenfarclas 105. Beautiful. That's a good whiskey. That is a very good whiskey. Unfortunately, it didn't make my list, but it would be a runner-up, you know. If I had 15, maybe I could say, yeah, sure. Another one. This one is one that blew me away a couple of years back. This is the Glencadam 10. It's not the 15, it's the 10. The 10 somehow, if you could say it in the language that my parents spoke, they were from Austria, they said, Das schmeckt. Das schmeckt. That tastes for me. This does it. This is the one. Glencadam 10. I've had about 4 bottles of it. I'm about empty. I'm about to go and get another one. It's about $100 Canadian in the liquor store locally, and I can't get enough of it. So that goes into my list of 11 whiskeys to try before you die. Once again, if you've been watching me for a while, you will know that I love me some Clynelish 14, but I don't have a bottle. That hurts. Not having a bottle of Clynelish, the beautiful, waxy fantasticness of Clynelish 14. It can't be beat, in my opinion. I wish I had a bottle, but the stuff was hard to get. It's hard to get. I can't find it now. Let's see now. Oh, thanks, Greg, says Whiskey Pilgrim. Slum Shady says, going to pour a dram of the Aberlour. Fantastic. Slum Shady, the Aberlour was priced to clear, so got it for $13 off and had to grab it. Aha. Have you tried the Anok 24 year? No, I have not. I've only tried the, what was it, Anok 10 or 12. Didn't do it for me. But the 25 is probably a totally different beast, but I have not tried it. I generally don't go higher than about 18 years because after 18 years old, already 18 years old, whiskeys are getting expensive around here. And only once or twice have I gone beyond 18, and I bought a 21-year-old Old Pulteney, but I have not opened it yet. One of these days, I will open up that Old Pulteney 21 and see what all the hype is about. But the 17 is wonderful. That's another one on my list, the Old Pulteney 17. That would be this one right here. That one's almost empty too. They go fast when I like them a lot, and they have to be whiskeys that I try before I die. Old Pulteney 17, beautiful, fruity, salty, a little spicy, maritime goodness. Much goodness in here. I only hope that the new Old Pulteney range, which I saw in the store, I only hope that the new range is anywhere nearly as good as this. This is just to die for, to try before you die. Okay, we talked about Clynelish 14. Another one. I haven't had any in a while. This is one that I'm going to come back and re-review. It's the Oban 14. Oh yeah, the 14 is there. This is the Oban 14. The last time I had Oban 14 was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And when I first tried it, it impressed me with the layers of flavor that come through. And yeah, this is one to try before you die. It's one that I'm going to try upcoming, in the next few months. Again, I'm going to come back to it. I remember what an impression it made on me. So I'm doing this to a few whiskeys that I tried back in the day, coming back to them and trying them again with my more worn out and sandpapered palate and my nose that's had a lot of horrible things go up it since then. No, I'm not talking cocaine. I'm just talking about smells, like when you go to the lavatory and things like that. More comments. Love sherry cask scotch. Well, sherry is not the big thing for me. It doesn't have to be a sherry bomb to make me go gaga. I'm not that big a sherry guy. I'm more of a Highland bourbon matured, maybe sherry finished, but not exclusively sherry cask is not always my thing. There are some exceptions. There's a Glenfarclas 15 that I like very much. The 105 Glenfarclas. Glendronach 12. There's another one that really made a difference, but the other Glendronachs don't hit me as good. He's in BC, Canada, I believe. Yes, I am. Where are you loaded? Sorry, don't remember. Yeah, okay, Greg. Yeah, I'm in British Columbia. I'm on Vancouver Island in Victoria. If you Google map it, you can find it. Have to keep my eye out for the Pulteney. Yes. Whiskey Pilgrim says Old Pulteney. Yeah. Oh, Oban. Yes. Oban. Fine stuff. Yes. Greg says to Whiskey Pilgrim, I think you can't go wrong with Elixir Distillers, for instance, elements of Isla BW7. Be sure it's 50 CL only for the single malt with Scotland. Also a Delphi. Okay, those are all independent bottlings. They're hard to find here. There's Nut Biter. You ever smoked weed? Once or twice, and I didn't like the paranoid feeling I got from it, so I don't do it. My poison of choice is whiskey, and I'm very happy with that. Slim Shady says, I usually stick to Isla Scotch, but trying to branch out a bit more. Love to smoke too much. And Greg says, thanks at Slim. Thanks for the information at Greg. No problem, says Slim Shady. Okay, where were we on our list here? We tried the Clynelish, Oban. Of course. Lot 40 Rye. Cask Strength. This is the 11-year-old. It's limited production. There was also a 12-year-old that was released in 2017. This was released in 2018. There's going to be a non-age statement release. It should be released right about now. I'll be able to get it in early November if it's out. Lot 40 Cask Strength. If you can't find a Cask Strength, and that's a problem for most people in the world, Lot 40, regular Lot 40, is also pretty good. But for me, if I've tried the 40 Cask Strength, I can't go back to the regular. It's just not the same experience again. It's good if you've never had the Cask Strength to try the 40, Lot 40, regular Lot 40. It's nice. It's great. Fantastic Canadian whiskey. But if you've tried the Lot 40 Cask Strength, the regular Lot 40 will turn, at least in my opinion, in my experience, it will be pale by comparison. Okay, where are we now? How long have we been on? 15 minutes and 52 seconds. I'm cutting this short because I'm going to have my afternoon nap fairly soon. Let's see, what is this here? Yeah, here. You're very welcome at Whiskey Pilgrim if you like Bunnahabhain and Caol Ila Port Ascaig range. Okay, haven't seen Port Ascaig here, but I've had Caol Ila and I have had Bunnahabhain for sure. Bunnahabhain's very nice. It's another runner-up for the list. Bunnahabhain 12, very nice. So then you're close to Trenny and C. Yes, I've met them several times, Greg. We have been to whiskey functions together. We have been to whiskey festivals together. I've been to Trenny's place when we did a live some time back, just after the Cowichan Valley Whiskey Festival. Yeah, I know Trenny and C. I see them a couple times a year. Slim Shady says, I think some of the Johnny Walker has Caol Ila in it. Oh, yeah, for sure. Caol Ila is the peat smoke component of Johnny Walker. I think every Johnny Walker has some. And this message held for review. Oh, really? What is it? Okay. You're going to have Livermore on your channel? Fantastic. I've met him a couple times too at the Whiskey Festival. Welsh Toro. Oh, I have a Lot 40 Cask Strength. Thanks, buddy. Hi, all. Yeah, Welsh. That is a very good whiskey. And you got the 12-year-old. Wow. That was sitting under my bar for a couple of years, or at least over a year. And I took 2 bottles of Lot 40 to the UK. In fact, I think I will pour me some Lot 40 while I finish going through my little list here. Yeah. Oh, shit, this is going fast. I only opened it like a week ago. Oh, it's just too good. That was the Lot 40. Oh. This is too good. And it gets better as the bottle goes down, too. I get fruity notes. I get rye bread notes. I get some of that mintiness. Let it open up a wee bit. Not only is there mintiness, there's a bit of dill, like in an American. Yeah, like in an American rye. Okay. Howdy says Cato. Cato's here too. We got 14 watching. Lucky you at Welsh Toro. I mean, the Lot 40 Cask Strength. Yeah, of course. Impossible to get anywhere in Canada anymore. It's all sold out. There are only 4,000 bottles of each expression or each release. Some are impossible to get in Canada too, Greg. Exactly, Slim Shady. Whiskey Pilgrim says, have Have to get some sleep. We'll watch the rest tomorrow. Cheers, everyone. This is not going to go on very long because we're almost to the end of our list. Take care, Pilgrim, says Slim Shady. Greg's Whiskey Guide says, I'm going to try to push for more availability than if I can with Don. Yeah, you just got to get Don to make more than what's enough for Canada. That's all. Welsh Toro says to Greg, I actually think the Nichols and Perks Whiskey Pig 10 store pick is as good. You should get one. Probably cost more too. And it would be from Alberta distillers, if I'm not mistaken. Greg's Whiskey Guide says, thanks at Food. Greg got a sample from the Whiskey Friend, so I'll see. But prices are getting crazy on many. Yeah, on many of them for sure. Darn, I missed the list. Can we have a rundown? Okay. Just let me get back to the last one. Are we at the last one? Oh, two more to go, I think. Oh, no. Here's one. Another one. Pike Creek Rye. This is the Pikesville. Sorry, not Pike Creek. It's Pikesville. Pike Creek is a Canadian whiskey, which is different from this Pikesville. 110 proof straight rye whiskey. This stuff is phenomenal. I love this stuff. I bought this bottle maybe a couple months ago. It's almost done. Pikesville. And have I gone through them all? Okay. Of the bottles that I have here, I've gone through them all. There are two more that are more than just honorable mentions because they are wonderful, but I don't have examples of them right now. There's the George T. Stagg Jr. George T. Stagg Jr. is a Kentucky bourbon, and it's bottled at Cask Strength, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. And I had a bottle of it a couple of years ago, and it was just wonderful. Marvelous stuff. George T. Stagg Jr. I haven't tried the Pappy, and I haven't tried a lot of the other BTAC or Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. But George T. Stagg, I brought a bottle back from Washington State a couple of years back, and it was just fantastic. The last one on the list would be the Glenmorangie Signet. And if you can't get Glenmorangie Signet, well, you probably can't get this one either. This is a local whiskey. Hold on just a second while I get it. This is a Lowen McKinnon chocolate malt, which has got the same characteristics as the Glenmorangie Signet. Costs a lot less, and it's locally produced. However, I don't think you'll be able to find any more of it because it's gone. It was part of the BC Premium Spirits release in 2017. No, 18. 2018. BC Premium Spirits release. It all sold out. Or was it the 17? It was the 17. A couple of years back almost. And I was still able to get a bottle last summer, so that was good. What else have we got here? Messages. Okay, there's one from Greg. Okay. And prices are going crazy. Yeah, okay. Welsh Torres says, darn, I missed the list. I will get to that in a second. I'll go back to the list and I'll let you know. Greg says, got two other samples to assess new 12-year-old, triple cask, 15-year-old, something. Slim Shady, I dig some rye now and then. Exactly. It's a change of pace from malt scotch. This is going to be my last dram before my nap, because my nap is coming up soon. Greg's Whiskey Guide. Interesting at Food Quick. Will you also recommend, like Swami, the Few Rye? I don't know. I've never tried Few Rye. Never tried it. Don't know what it's like. Can't get it here. Never seen it. Donner Pass says, Classy Quig doing the top 10 live. No, it's top 11. At work, so we'll have to watch the replay later. Yeah, there will be a replay, and I'm going to try and keep this short so that the replay will be watchable. Myself, I don't watch things if they're more than half an hour long, with a couple of exceptions. because I just don't have the time. Okay, Welsh Toro says Stag Junior, very nice indeed, absolutely wonderful stuff. Slim Shady says cool name, Donner. I've watched also about the Donner Party. Oh, Donner Pass is here. Okay, it was Donner Pass who said classy. Okay, good. And Greg's Whiskey Guide, amazing local stuff. Yes. Welsh Toro says I always say drink a cheap spay and chew a brick of chocolate for a fraction of the price of Signet. Well, you can do that too, I suppose. But this is a fraction of the price too, if you can still find any Lowen McKinnon chocolate malt. I did a review of that not so long ago. It's good stuff, and I went through 2 bottles in no time at all. Okay, to recap, I'm going to go through my list once again. Port Charlotte, MC01, 2009. This is a Marsala cask finish Port Charlotte heavily peated whiskey. It is to die for. It is just fantastic. That's going to be my, if I don't find anything better before the end of the year, that's going to be my whiskey of the year. Lagavulin 12. I'm saying specifically the 2015 edition, but I got a 2017 edition here, which I haven't opened yet, so I'm not familiar with it yet. But the 2015 just blew my socks off. Laphroaig 18, Lower or Triple Wood. People rant and rave about the Laphroaig 10 Cask Strength, but the Laphroaig 18 has a subtlety and a finesse that is unbeatable with that Laphroaig flavor. It's just beautiful. Next was the Glencadam 10. Since I first tried this one, I've been going through them fast. They just disappear in no time. What do I reach for? Glencadam 10. All the time. Clynelish 14. I do not have a bottle here. Haven't been able to find it for about the last year, but it's wonderful. I also have this one here, which is readily available. The Oban 14. I haven't had Oban 14 in over a year, or actually 5 years, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna go back and try Oban 14 because it made such a big impression on me back in the day. Next, Lot 40 Cask Strength. Yeah, that was this one here. And Pike Creek Rye. No, Pikesville Rye. Pike Creek doesn't make a rye. Pikesville Rye. I get those two mixed up all the time. Pike Creek is a Canadian whiskey, and Pikesville is an American rye. Okay. Next we got Old Pulteney 17, which is just amazing, fantastic stuff. Haven't tried the 21 yet, so I don't know where that would fit in my list, if it would fit at all. The last two, George T. Stagg Jr. and Glenmorangie Signet. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 whiskeys to try before you die. Let's see what else have we got here on the list. Welsh Toro says, I always say drink a cheap, okay, I saw that, a cheap spay. And just did a side-by-side. Lot 40 Cask Strength is better than the Nichols Whistle Pig. It's close, though. Yeah, but you got the 12-year-old Cask Strength. You got the creme de la creme there. You got the top whiskey. This one is second best. The 11-year-old is very good too, but the 12 just fantastic. Glencadam 15 is one of my go-tos. Pure ex-bourbon delight and good value. Yeah, the 15 is very good. If you can find it around here, and it's expensive. But the 10 is almost as good and available and a lot cheaper. And that is if you can find it. And there's One Mon 22 saying, Bonjour, mon ami. Bonjour, One Mon. How you doing there? Been a while since I seen you. I'm just about to conclude this whole thing because I got to get myself to bed real soon now, because I'm working tonight. So without any further ado, Good night, gentlemen. Oh, the 15 is back. Glencadam are doing it again. Yeah. But you know something? It may take a year before it gets here because we're way out at Terminus here. It takes a while to get things here. I was at the Lagavulin distillery 6 months ago, and I saw Lagavulin 12 18-year-old on the shelf. I bought the 17-year-old because it was more reasonably priced. Over here, they're still selling the 16-year-old, and the 17-year-old hasn't made it onto the shelf yet. I can still get the 2013 and 2014 edition of Old Pulteney Clipper, which sold out in the UK, maybe 5 years ago. I can still get it on the shelf here. That's because nobody knows what it is. Greg's Whiskey says, okay, Bun Ree, Foodquig, good night, everyone. Saw that video. Oh, the which one? Oh, when I went to the distillery, yeah. They were fun. Old Pulteney, yeah, Old Pulteney is right up there. That is fabulous whiskey. Now they got a new range. Bourbon Buddies say cheers. And Welsh Torres says, just finished some Old Pulteney 17. It's delicious and as good as a 21 in my opinion. Get some before it finally runs out and goes mega expensive. I think it's pretty much run out already. I haven't seen it on the shelf in a while. I suppose I could go to a little hick store in a small town not too far away from here and find it on the shelf gathering dust and still priced at retail. But do I want to go through the trouble? I don't know. I usually go to one particular store that is my favorite, and they have a pretty good range. I've tried almost everything they have. So from time to time, I go to other stores, other shops where I can find things that are not available at my favorite shop. But the favorite shop still keeps getting new stuff in all the time. So when they do, I just grab it up. But there are some things that are not available in my favorite store, such as Glencadam. You can't get Glencadam at that store. The 15, I haven't seen the 15. Like it may be a while before it shows up here again, but the 10 is readily available and delicious. That's why I included it in my list. The 15, yeah, no question. Same thing with Old Pulteney 17. These are all great whiskeys. Clynley's 14, I wish I could still get. Oban 14, easily available. It's everywhere. Lagavulin 12, like I said, I'm still getting the 2016 edition. And I haven't seen the 27. I have seen the 2017 once, I think, around here. And 2018 has not showed up yet. There probably is a 2019 that's being made already. Okay. Fantastic. Well, you know what? I said I'd go about half an hour. We're at 33 minutes and 27 seconds. I think it's time to end the stream, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. And I'm going to go straight to sleep, or try to.